A Danish comedian who's also a dad is in hot water for posting a photo. This is the photo in question. It's himself with his toddler, little girl. They're taking a bath together. They're naked. He posted it on Instagram. He got some backlash, and he said that he originally posted the photo because he wanted to address some of the criticism that he saw with some of his friends that are also dads. So he wanted to express some solidarity. In fact, one of his friends, who's a father of a 2-year-old daughter, they were also taking a bath together, and he said that his friend, quote, had been accused of pedophilia by a stranger because he bathed with his 2-year-old daughter. So then he also captioned, this was in Danish, but it's translated here, quote, children and adults can be naked together. There's nothing wrong with a father who washes his daughter's bottom and vagina when she's a child. On the contrary, it is bloody disgusting if nobody does it, and unfair if only the mother does it. So he then responded a few days later, because then this quickly went viral and all sorts of different media outlets picked up the story. And so then he posted another video on Facebook just addressing that there was a lot of support, because a lot of the media outlets focused on the fact that he was being criticized.
Right.
And he wants the world to know that the majority of the comments out there were supporting him, even though there were a number of comments just like this, quote, you're sitting there with your legs spread out in front of a 2-year-old girl. Doesn't it feel wrong? Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Live, nude kids?
Keep it clean.
Worry about yourself. Okay, so what are your thoughts on this? Is this wrong?
You know,
Should the dad not have done this?
I think one person in a bath is disgusting. It's just poopy butt water.
Ew,
No, there's something wrong.
It's like
very
human
wrong.
stew.
It's
Like,
just, yeah. You are putting everything in there. And you're like, oh, let me just get my head wet. And it's just like poopy permeations. I don't like it. Osmosis.
So you're not a bath?
I'm not a bath person.
Okay, got it.
If I am a bath person, I'm going to take a very long shower before
So
to
that
make
it's not
sure that
your
I am as
dirt
clean
juices.
as possible.
So you'll never take a bath with your little toddlers?
It seems like that's all you will do.
Here's my stance on this. Do I think what he did is wrong? No. Do I think
No.
he should post it on social media? If he wants to, go for it. I try and personalize it and think, would I want my husband to post something like that in social media? Probably not, because I just don't want to welcome the criticism.
Right.
But I don't think what he did was
Wrong.
I just wouldn't post that on social media.
Yeah, we've become weirdly puritanical, or at least vocally so. And I'm like, what? It's because we demonize this thing that we suddenly make it awkward. That's why people are uncomfortable with their sexuality. It's why they're uncomfortable with sex and their bodies. And this is the root cause of this stuff. People who are like, that's wrong, that's a sin, you're a pedophile. I'm like, is he touching her sexually?
I know.
Then no.
Yeah.
And what if he's a single dad? Who's supposed to wash his child?
So their point is that he's not supposed to be in the bath with the kid. And I'm like, listen, I was raised by a single father. My father did not go around going, this is my wang, Shauna, this is my wang.
Right.
However,
That would have been hilarious.
I know, right? In fact, we're going to release that single, available on iTunes.
Oh, I'm glad that he didn't do that. He did not do,
Yeah,
look at
not
my,
do
this
that.
is my wang, look at my wang.
But it was also important to him that he talked freely about it. He didn't say hoo-hoo and wee-wee. And he was like, the penis, vagina, I was never a kid that ended up feeling like, that's a dirty.
Yeah.
You understood that was something
It's
adults.
anatomy.
This is anatomy. This is perfectly normal. And it's this kind of demonization where we make it like a bad thing that makes kids weird and awkward with themselves as they grow up. And as long as he's not actually touching his daughter in a sexual way, there is
I
no
agree.
problem.
And the age is definitely.
And yeah, of course. You know,
This
if
is-
she's 16, we got a problem,
Or I would even
Houston.
say,
I don't
I don't
remember
know what
shit.
that
I don't
age would
remember
be,
anything.
but
16?
well, no. That's I would even say like
I think
8, 9. Like I don't know what that age is, but there is a line where you make that choice as parents.
And he
you say,
did make sure to say that.
Yes, he did. He said this is a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
She's a toddler.
And we should remember this is in like Europe where like nudity lives.
Yeah.
That's what they do there. Like you can watch television, like network television. My friend Slovene in middle school, she was from Slovenia, and she used to say like, the showers, like the commercials about shampoo just had topless women in them.
Really? Yeah.
And that's
See how
just
foreign
it
that is
was.
to me? Because I would never see that on American television.
Ever.
That surprises me.
You'd
Yeah.
see it on cable if you paid
Yeah.
for cable. And even then, it would be only in the context of sex. That's another thing, too. Nudity here
It's
is
so sexualized.
solely
Yeah.
in the context. It's why people have such a big problem with like women breastfeeding in public. I'm like, it's a kid eating.
That's what our boobs are.
That's what they're designed
eating
for.
tools.
It still weirds
But
me out.
I
My friend
know.
was doing it the other day, and I was just like, what are we, Howard, huh? We're at lunch.
my
I guess I
gosh.
should eat too. Like, I'm having a sandwich.
You're like, I was suddenly hungry and I didn't know what to do.
You guys, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on this story? And we'll see you guys next time on Pop Sugar.